Notice the activity in your mind. If your mind is really busy or if you're kind of sluggish, there's a lot of catastrophic thinking. All of those would be very understandable right now. So if you were sitting kind of at the back of your head watching thoughts come and go, what's that experience right now in your mind? What is it that's happening in your body? Are there places that you could stretch or move or take a few breaths, bring your arms up? Get some movement in your lungs, your rib cage. You could shake a bit. And then come back in. Notice your body, your breath. Are you holding your breath? Was that kind of a relief to get a bit more breath going there? What's happening in your breath? With visualizations, everybody has a different experience. Some people have a mind that really brings a visual. So if we're talking about imagining that you're in a stillness, there's a lake. It's a warm lake. It's beautiful all around it. There's trees and flowers, and it's perfectly safe where you are. There's no threat. And it's in the evening, and there's a full moon in the sky, and it's reflecting that pathway of light we often see. Some people have that in their mind as an image. Other people, it doesn't come quite so easily, and it's fine either way, however that works in your mind. On the surface of a lake, that's where the action is. If the wind comes along, there's a ruffle, there's a disturbance. But in this circumstance, in this clearing with the lake, the waters are pretty still. You can see that reflection of the moon, that light on the surface of the lake. And in your mind, imagine that there's a pearl that's just at the surface of the lake that's gently spinning. Visualize that in your mind. And it's creating a little bit of a ripple. And then as you're watching it, it starts to slowly slip below the surface. Just spinning gently. And allow yourself your attention, your awareness to slip down into the warm, still depths of the lake, away from any fear or anxiety. Away from anything you need to do or plan. Let yourself slip below the surface. In the mind, there are many waves at one level, and then as we go below that level, it gets quieter and quieter. Bring your awareness below the level of disturbance to where the mind is quiet. Notice your breath. There's a serene, effortless quality to the breath when the mind is quiet. And as you focus on that continuity and the reliability of the breath, let your mind settle even more. This is a respite from the cares, the worry. Right now, there's so much fear, grief, all kinds of reactions and responses to the pandemic. And you might find your mind, your attention is getting attracted to that over and over again. That would be natural. Notice what the disturbance is. If it's intense, you could always look at that for a minute. But if it's something that you could just let it be there on the surface, notice that your mind has brought you back up to the surface. There's the full moon, the warm stillness of the lake, and there's the ripples of the mind. And let yourself come back down, let yourself slip, just like that pearl slips from the surface to the lower levels of the lake. Let your mind keep coming down into the stillness. Bringing our attention away from the surface waves and give us a refuge, a place to rest. And at times, the waves at the surface completely calm, and we can see that brilliant glow of light from the moon reflected on the lake. And from where we are, we're below that level. We can notice the calm in the mind, or we might notice the ripples on the lake. Where we are, everything is still. Our body can soften and relax. Our attention is absorbed in the stillness. And as we move deeper and deeper into the stillness, we're able to leave behind any thoughts, any disturbance on the surface. And if we find our attention kind of mesmerized for a bit, as soon as we notice, we can bring it back. Let your awareness slip down below the surface, aware of the light of the full moon shining on the surface of the lake, radiating out from our heart center. We can rest here. And if you find that your attention keeps turning to thought, start to let your awareness flow from your eyebrow center, where the thoughts are occurring just behind the forehead, through your throat center to your heart center. Inhale from your heart center, through your throat center to your eyebrow center. Exhale back to the heart center. Let your awareness flow in that pathway for a few breaths. As you come from the head, the surface thoughts down through to the heart. Let your attention, your awareness rest again in the heart center. Quiet stillness of the heart center. And even when our attention is brought back up to the head, we could just patiently bring it back. That's just the way the mind works, especially when we're really activated, as everybody in the world is right now. There's a level of fear and not knowing that we are experiencing. A lot of that is generating tightness in the body, compulsive thinking in the mind, and we lose track of the stillness. It feels like all that's here is the anxiety and fear. And then we remember, come back down into your heart center. Let your mind rest. Just like the lake, the ripples on the surface only, the vast depths of the mind are still. We just bring our attention away from the surface, from the thought stream, and let our attention flow downward into the stillness of the lake, stillness of the mind. And from this stillness, we could notice that we are okay. Right now, in this moment, we could appreciate and savor even a moment of stillness, a moment of peace, that deep knowing of stillness. And let that radiate out from your heart to your whole entire body. The awareness that you're okay. It could radiate out through our digestive system, through our arms and legs. It could reassure the thoughts in our mind. Deep in the stillness of the mind, the stillness in the heart center. I'm okay. Let go of the words, let go of that on the level of thought entirely. Just that felt sense of the stillness deep in your mind. We can rest there. And make a commitment that you'll keep coming back to this over and over and over, a minute or two, many, many times during the day. Let yourself come below the level of thought, down into your heart. And put your hand on your heart and offer yourself your own love and compassion. This is a really difficult time. Everybody's stirred up, including ourselves. And we can also touch into this, even if it's just a moment. We can touch into knowing in the heart center. And open your eyes. Notice that you can feel this with your eyes open as well. The stillness of the heart. And then finish the practice.